So today we are going to tool one of my skulls. Kind of one of the things that I'm known for is doing skulls and roses and stuff. And I'm in the middle of working on this cool piece here. And there's just a nice little chunk with the skull, a rose, and a little chunk of floral. So you kind of get a little bit of a smorgasbord of everything. So we're going to start out by getting that leather wet. Now there's a ton of details, so you might be wondering what do I start with? I kind of start with the thing that is the most in the foreground. Like for example, you can see the skull is, on top of this rose kind of, and then these vines come out from behind the skull, so the skull is on top, right? And then of the skull, you can see this nose kind of pokes right here in front of everything. So kind of if this was a 3D image, this tip of this nose would be the most, closest thing to us, and then everything else kind of gets pushed down into the background. So that's kind of how we're gonna start this thing. So I take my bevelers, which of these little tools here that have this kind of angle, we're gonna tap these, and this is what's gonna give us dimension. So once we bevel all the hard lines, you can see it's pretty three-dimensional right now. We're looking pretty realistic. Usually what I'll do next, I usually just continue with my bevelers and finish beveling the rest of it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So we did the floral, now we're gonna do the rose here. All right, so what we're gonna do now, everything is all beveled. We're gonna do our other textures now. I usually kind of work backwards. I usually do like the skull or whatever the main focus is first, and then I kind of work into the background. And then once we start adding these other textures, I will kind of work in reverse order, where we're gonna start with, the rose, and then work to the floral, and then back up to the skull. Alright, so now we're gonna add some details in this skull. I normally don't, that is probably the first skull I've ever done with a hat on it, so this is a new experience for both of us. My dude wanted a little dollar sign on the hat, which is proving to be kind of tricky.